Monday menu has been on Chopped on the Food Network twice, and now he is the executive chef at the Kenwood by Senior Star right here in the Tri-State. Chef Larry Monaco and Chef Crystal Morgan join us this morning to make a special short rib bolognese recipe. Bolognese, I said that right?
Yes.
Bolognese is basically a sauce, right?
It's a meat sauce.
A meat sauce?
Meat sauce, yes.
Okay, we're putting short ribs in it, I guess because of the fat content gives it a more flavorful.
A little more flavor, yeah. So this one, short ribs, bacon, and Italian sausage. So
all three?
It's all three.
Obviously, this will pair with pasta and that sort of thing.
We have penny pasta today, but you can use angel hair, you can use spaghetti, you can use ziti. Even want to get fancy, you can do bow tie. Just have some fun with it, whatever you want.
You know, people get really particular about whatever sauce they make to go with their pasta and that sort of thing.
Exactly.
I mean, they'll labor over it all day long. What is the secret to making a good bolognese, a good sauce?
Well, the secret, it would be from my grandma, who taught me why I'm a chef, is my Italian grandma, is lots of love. And just take your time with it.
Yeah.
You know, my grandma taught me how to make this, and this is what kind of derivative from her recipe, and mine will never be as good as hers.
Sure.
Never. And I try and try, but you know, it's just building flavor. So you start with the meats and you render those and take them out, and then you cook your vegetables in there, carrots, onions. We have carrots, onions, and fennel.
Is it really kind of a roll your own kind of thing where you put any root vegetables? Or?
Exactly. You want carrots and onions, you want fennel, throw it in. You don't like onions? Don't put it in there.
Okay.
A little bit of garlic, lots of garlic, whatever. Have some fun with it.
You cook that in the renderings from, you take the meat out and then you cook that in the renderings?
Absolutely.
So, and then you let it cook for how long?
This was cooking for about 5 hours yesterday.
5 hours, so
and then
slow
a little bit this
and
much
steady.
long and slow, absolutely.
All right. And what about spices and those sorts of things?
I tend to try to prefer fresh herbs and spices, so there's lots of oregano in here, lots of basil. We have some parsley in here. We're going to garnish with some parsley. We're going to garnish with some basil. So the more herbs, the better. Yeah,
this looks like the perfect dish for, like, if you got a family coming over. I mean, look at the size of this pot.
Absolutely.
So it looks like something that you would make for your family coming over.
This is one of those dishes that you can start in the morning on a Sunday or a Saturday morning. You have friends coming over at 5:30, 6 o'clock. By then it's ready to go. Put it on the table family style. You got some crusty bread, and everyone kind of serve themselves and then have a great time.
Now I do notice that you got two pots going, one with the bolognese in it, but another with the pasta already mixed in it. So you don't put the pasta on the dish, you mix them both together before
I do a little bit of both.
Oh, okay.
Like if you have, you just kind of but mix together the pasta with the sauce, and then you plate it, and then you add a little bit more.
Okay, I plate this rascal up. Let us see what this looks like. That's part of the fun of it, is watching it go into the plate, right?
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Oh, look at that. And that cheese is just holding it all together. Oh, and it smells good too. It smells really good.
And then, you know, from here, you add a little bit of cheese.
All right.
A little bit of parsley. You want to get a little fancy, or, you know, so tear, and you can just tear it. It doesn't have to be perfectly chopped. Just kind of tear it, get that little bit of rustic look. And then 1, 2 pieces of bread. Yeah, go for it.
All right, that looks good. Before we go, I have to ask a quick question.
Absolutely.
About your television experience. What was it like being on the show Chopped?
Oh, that was crazy. It was so much fun. First time I had ever done anything like that before. And it was just nerve-wracking, and I actually got beat in the first round because somebody's got to go in the first round. Yeah. So it was me, but the experience was amazing. And then I did Man vs. Child with these 5 little kids from 8 to 14 that knew how to cook, and that was a lot of fun. That was actually a little more. That was a lot of fun. They were little sponges, and they were talking trash, and it was a lot of fun. But I couldn't let the little kids win. I had to.
There you go. You crushed them out a little.
Exactly.
Crushed their spirits.
Exactly.
All right. Thank you both for coming.
My pleasure. Thank you for letting us have.
All right. Let's check weather. Here's Tara.